Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're in an 8-4 Shadows over Innistrad draft. Remember, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and tune in to the Twitch stream. It's going to be happening Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Also, I don't plug Travis enough. Travis is a valuable part of SeemsGoodMagic. Please tune into his Twitch stream. You can find the link to that on any of his videos. It's twitch.tv/Semulin. Yeah, Travis is an awesome dude, and he's a great Magic player, so be sure you check out his stream. We're going to take Always Watching here, pretty obviously. Passing Missionaries, which is good, Inspector, which is good, two good other white cards, a Rabid Bite, and I guess a Pour Over the Pages. But Always Watching, certainly the worthy first pick here. All right, well, I think I value a Curse Witch more than Call the Bloodline, probably, most of the time. There's Devilthorn Fox, there's Compulsion, but I think Witch is probably just the best card in here by quite a bit. Which seems like a fine follow-up pick here anyway. Kind of sets me down a black-white path, but Curse Witch is certainly better than Quilled Wolf and Devilthorn Fox. And I'm pretty sure it's better than Call the Bloodline and Murderous Compulsion too, so we're just going to take it. Okay. So options now. Tenacity, Militant Inquisitor, Sanitarium Skeleton. Tenacity is a pretty strong card. We could take it here and be pretty happy with it. It's one of the stronger cards in this pack, so I have no problem taking it. And it keeps me on the Always Watching plan, which Always Watching is definitely worth staying on, definitely. Yeah, we'll take it over the Skeleton and the Watcher. We don't need to go down the green path. I think Veteran Cathar is better than both those picks. Anyway, but it probably is early enough where we don't need a Skeleton. Militant Inquisitor is pretty replaceable, so alright. I'll bite. We'll take the Tenacity. Alright, well, I love Thraben Inspector. I pick it over a lot of other white spells. It's a great white card. It's turned out to be just a phenomenal creature in the format and made its way into Standard Constructed. Still a staple of Bant humans and a lot of humans lists. Great card. And there's also another Quilled Wolf in here. Unruly Mob, but definitely take the Inspector. All right, Gossipmonger is quite good. Definitely can comfortably take it here. There's a Geist Blast, which is removal, but I kind of like the Gossipmonger. I do want to cut white now quite a bit. We have three pretty awesome white cards. Gossipmonger is also pretty awesome. We're passing a Geist Blast, and there's still no guarantee we're going to be in black now. But I like Gossipmonger much more than Revenant. It's just cheaper. It's a cheap threat. It works really well with Always Watching, too. Lets you Vigilance in and flip it, which is really good. I mean, everything non-token is definitely good with Always Watching. So let's just take the Gossipmonger and be happy with that. We're cutting white pretty effectively here. Well, got a Diregraph Colossus. We find some more zombie spells. It's not a ton of them, but Crow of Dark Tidings, I guess, is one, technically. There's a Sanitarium Skeleton. I mean, we have some incentive to play black here, because Curse Witch is a very good card. Very good with Always Watching, too. And Tenacity. It's just a great card. We could actually speculatively take Diregraph Colossus over a Crow and a Sanitarium Skeleton. You need at least a few zombies to want it. So I could just take the Crow instead, but there's no white zombies. Ooh, white zombie, that worked out. I guess we'll take it because it's rare. I'm not giving up too much for it, so I don't really care. So now we could take True Faith Censor or Ghoul Caller's Accomplice. Probably take the True Faith Censor. We already have a couple humans. Three pretty good ones, actually. There's also a Vessel of Ephemera. I actually like Accomplice quite a bit, but we'll take the True Faith Censor. Okay, so we have Behold the Beyond. which is a bit more expensive than a deck like this is looking for. But that being said, otherwise there's Stromkirk Mentor, currently 0 Vampire, so I don't really care about that. I think we'll just take it. I don't care about any of these blue cards. Pretty indicative maybe of blue being open, but none of these cards are something I want to play in my deck. So I guess we'll just take the black card. Okay, we can take Stallion here. It's a late pour over the pages. Certainly. Most people aren't a fan of blue, myself included. We'll take Stallion. I'm okay taking one here. There's a magnifying glass too, I guess, but kind of looking to play a lower curve deck if at all possible. It's fairly late Thorn-Eyed Wolves. I think we're just going to take the white card here. Of all the cards we have, we definitely want to be in white the most, so that much is clear to me. We'll take Vampire Noble here. I guess we do have a Delirium card, but we'll take the Noble. Let's see. Some late green cards that are good. Bob Manley because of True Faith Sensor or Loam Dryad. I'll take the Dryad, actually. Alright, Companion's playable. Never exciting. Alright, I mean, fairly successful pack one, right? We didn't end up with any removal, but we have Powerhouse Rare and some good white spells. It definitely felt like we were pretty immediately competing for white. I think that's still going to be okay. So now it's Shepherd versus Drifter versus Gargoyle. Gargoyle's not an aggressive card, so I don't think I want that one. Drifter is aggressive, but doesn't evade. Shepherd does evade, but we can't use the ability. But flying is still pretty important. So I think we're just going to take the flyer over the 2-drop. And be okay with that. Okay. Inquisitor seems a lot better now with True Faith Sensor. Not much else in here for us. So I'm okay with that. It's not a very good second pick, I admit. Well, we have Aristocrat now, but not a ton of synergy. I think we actually need this Throttle. We're removal light. Which I do think makes the Throttle a lot more important at the moment. Seeing some blue zombies, of course, but... Alright, definitely feels like we're getting cut from white now. We'll take the Biting Rain here. It's at least a good sideboard card. Kills a lot of our things currently, though. Alright, we can take the Drifter now pretty happily. Just because it's cheap. We definitely want the curve to be lower on this deck. There's a behind the scenes, but I don't know. That could definitely wheel. Not a very popular card. Alright, second Throttle. I think I still like more than Puncturing Light. So let's just take it. I like, even though it's expensive, I like non-conditional removal. I guess it's still sort of conditional, but... Alright, I think it's in our best interest to keep this curve low, so we're going to take the Rancid Rats. We're looking for more cheap spells. True Faith Sensor and Always Watching. Giving it Vigilance is really good. Ghoulsteed would be fine too, but at this point we're looking to lower the curve. It still works with Diagraph Colossus technically too. But we're probably off the Diagraph Colossus plan at this point. So we have Machinations, but... I mean, I guess Machinations is good with Rancid Rats, but only if you have Vigilance with it. Even then, it's not that great. Could take the Ox. Maybe we just want the Wicker Witch. Delirium count is still a little bit low, though. It's pretty much just a Stallion. Which is not a lot. Could take the Ox. It kind of blocks the world, but we don't have a ton of evasion to back it up. We could end up with some more Delirium, so I think I'm going to take the Wicker Witch. So I think all this deck needs is maybe like 5 more 1 and 2 drops. If we can get that, I'll be happy. Probably don't want to run the Ethereal Guidance in a deck that already has Tenacity and Always Watching. Seems unnecessary. I'd prefer to not run the Colossus. Alright, we'll take the second Drifter. That's actually a nice pickup. Getting some nice 2 drops. I want to run a 16 land deck, ideally. And it seems like we have a decent chance of being able to do that. Alright, I'll take the Noble here. So it may seem like we have a lot of 3 drops, but our curve is actually still pretty good. Alright, we'll take the Hound now, I guess. Alright, take the Black Vessel here. Second Companion's not bad, actually. So, the good news is we're going to have enough playables. We're certainly, like I said, competing in colors, but we got fairly late Moreland Drifters there. Not that they're busted or anything, but they're certainly good. Alright, this is a huge pickup for us. I'm going to take the Purge. We kind of needed some more removal. We were just sitting on a couple throttles, so Purge is always great. I really love the catch-all removal aspect of it. Accomplice would have been nice, so would have Pale Rider, but I'm perfectly fine with Purge here. Alright, we're going to take the Deadweight now over the Silver Strike. We look like we can still probably end up beating down fine. If we can wheel the Captain, that'd be ideal, but definitely taking the Deadweight here. So we just want just a little bit lower curve. If we can just lower the curve a little bit, I'll be pretty happy with this deck. Well, I guess I'm not exactly lowering the curve, but Apothecary Geist is a fine pickup for us here. We at least have a few spirits, right? We have at least three spirits. So, okay. I'll take it over Emissary. Heirloom. Well, we have Gossip Monger, and, well, it doesn't work with a Curse Witch, unfortunately. I don't know if we're going to do the Heirloom for 1 card at this point. When there's a drip... Oh, actually, there's a Cathar in here? Yeah, we're just going to upgrade. We're going to start upgrading our creatures. So we're going to take the Cathar because it's just a great card. Works really well with the True Fate Sensor. We're looking for more premium creatures than Vampire Nobles and Diagraph Colossus in this deck. So we're going to take Cathar over Drifter. Even though, like I said, I wanted more cheap creatures. Well, I seem to like Unruly Mob more than everybody else in the world. But I don't have a problem with that. So let's take the Mob. It's a late Deathcap Cultivator. Alright, we'll take the Geist here. I admit it's not lowering the curve, but we can probably just cut a Stallion of Ashmouth for it. Be okay with that. We're getting some evasion, so I'm cool with that. Okay, Macabre Bolts is good if you have good creatures to return. I guess we really kind of don't. Sadly, we don't have a lot of combat tricks to assist our Cathar's companions either, but it still feels like Macabre Bolts is the pick here. Alright, Expose Evil can do a lot of work, actually. We're going to take that, and we're going to play it over, probably, well, I guess we don't need Wicker Witch anymore. I don't have any need for Wicker Witch, right? What's our Delirium? Oh, we have a couple Drifters? Never mind. I'll probably sacrifice one toughness for that, then. I'm more on board with that. Although I could just cut a Companion now. I'll have to think about it. Shambleback for sideboard? Sure. Pretty seldom would I sideboard into that, but I still think we can get away with 16 lands here. Probably pretty easily. Alright, Merciless Resolve I guess is playable, but we're probably not playing it. I guess Dire Swine's big. Probably care more about that than a Broken Concentration. Alright, Skeleton. Do we have Skeleton synergies in here? I don't think we do, right? We have a Purge, which does positively interact with it. I guess Always Watching and True Fate Sensor sort of do, since it can come back. I guess Unruly Mob kind of likes it too. Maybe. I usually like to have more skeleton synergies than that, though. But I guess being able to either equip it or give it, either way, give it Vigilance and make it a 2/3 is not the worst. Maybe I value that higher than, like, a Companion and a Noble. We cut back on 3-drops and we still have plenty of creatures. So we could cut a Companion and a Noble. I have no Vampire synergies, but having the extra toughness could be relevant. Maybe it's better to just run 2 Nobles. I have Instant Speed, Expose Evil for... My instants are Tenacity, Expose Evil, and Double Throttle. That's actually not the worst with Cathar's Companion. But I still think we'll play one of each. There's times where I'd maybe rather have 2 toughness and times where I'd rather hold a trick or removal spell and hope to do some capitalization with Cathar's Companion. And like I said, I still think we want the Wicker Witch because double Moorland Drifter could be actually relevant. Getting the flying. All right, so if we cut these 2, we still have 16 creatures. This looks like it could pretty easily be a 16 land deck, right? Our curve stops at 5 with 2 spells. And we have a lot of 1, 2, and 3 drops. Yeah, we should be able to get away with that. So a lot more white than black. Probably end up doing like... Probably still want to do 9/7. I mean, could do 10/6, but with skeleton shenanigans, you kind of want to have a couple black. We only have 1 double white spell. It is probably the best card in our deck, though. But I don't have a ton of double. I think we'll still do 9/7. So I think this deck's fine. Not amazing. Fine, not amazing. Yeah, I mean, we have Always Watching. We got enough removal. We have some combat tricks, right? Because we have Purge, Double Throttle. I thought we had another one, too. But we have Evil. Oh, we have Deadweight. So Deadweight, Purge, Double Throttle. That's not a bad removal suite. It's really not. Expose Evil can do some tempo work for you as well. And it just feels like our curve is probably low enough where I'm comfortable running 16 lands. So, yeah, overall, I'll give this deck maybe a low B, like 82%, something like that. Seems okay to me. Nothing bomby, nothing flashy, but we have some strong cards. I guess Always Watching is sort of a bomb. But, yeah, not having a lot of skeleton shenanigans makes that a little bit less sexy, but we don't exactly have a great late game plan either. Well, I guess we can sit back on a curse switch with a chump blocker. Or fly over top with Apothecary Geist, Spectral Shepherd, maybe Moorland Drifters. Okay, I take it back. Maybe we do actually have a late game plan. Because Purge can get a land in the graveyard. We have Artifact, we have Instant, we have Sorcery. So we have Instants, we have Sorceries, we have Artifact. This deck doesn't really look like it can easily get Delirium, but I guess that's not a huge deal. Oh yeah, and Skeleton actually does have synergy with Unruly Mob, sort of, for a late game thing. Alright, whatever. Probably good enough. 82%. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1.